Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On play action, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Following the penalty, it's goal. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Haskins to throw it. Connects here with the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On first down, it's Haskins. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On second down, Peterson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now it's Haskins.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. On first down, it's goal. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. To try again after the sack. Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Allen now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Anderson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will hit just beyond. The goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They run with Thompson. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now Keenum.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Gore. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The veteran Frank Gore stands alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
To throw is Keenum. He's got it complete to Thompson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the pressure gets to him again. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. He's going to go deep for Beasley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And it's a terrific return here, as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 50, check 50.
Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing now is Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And able to find John Brown. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Bust through the tackle. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Gore. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, it's hauled in by Lee Smith. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. The 40! And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 31-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Gore. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. He can run. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Flush to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trent Murphy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here we go on 4th with Kano.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Gore. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Keenum. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Thompson here, complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Keenum now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On 3rd down, Thompson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Keenum. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. Touchdown! Washington. Kelvin Harmon, 54 yards. And the Redskins are going to retake the... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Anderson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. Looking for a seam, but finding none. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Anderson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Keenum. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. Third down here.
Team six.
From the gun, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Ryan Anderson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Allen going to go on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, open man, here's Foster. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 20. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Allen now looks to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Redskins, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage. One like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.